All right, Say It To Me Now, the gorgeous song from Uncle Glenn. Thank you for joining me. I want to show you the theory about this song in standard tuning, and I think it will help you understand what's going on here when we put it into the tuning that it's in. So I'm going to grab an E chord, I'm going to pick a power chord, A7, D9, G9. You can strum everything for this E power chord, because it's all just E stuff. And then the next thing he does is he grabs the major 7th, which literally just means the 7th note of the major scale. He could have done that here or here. He chose high, but either way, next he's going to the flat 7 low, so in standard tuning it'd be something like this. And then he goes one lower yet to the 6th. Anyways, the point is the melody line is root, major 7th, dominant 7th, to the 6th. And he switches between high and low. Just kind of futs it here. And clearly that's not tenable, but there's a tuning that makes this beautiful, open, and ringy outy. And that tuning is open E. Now, open anything means the 3 notes that make up the chord in question, in this case E. So if you poke through your E chord, you'll notice we have E, of course. We've got a B on the A string 2nd fret. We've got another E and a G sharp. That makes 3 notes. One more B, one more E. Anyways, E, B, and G sharp. Open E is a tuning that requires you tune up. If you've watched the live version of this song in someone's backyard where he's in front of some bushes and he broke his G string and kept playing and tuned all the while, his G string was tuned up to G sharp, and when you tune up, things are more likely to break. So I've got a cheat for you. Capo 2. Now it's either going to be not changing anything or tuning down. Nothing is going to break. I've got my tuner on, I've got my capo, I'm going to do this right along with you. Your E string is of course supposed to be E. Right now it's going to say F sharp, so we need to go down. I'll get it pretty close and then I'll tidy up after this segment. Your A string is supposed to be B, and that's what it's going to say, so perfect. You know, just make sure it's kind of right, because you put a capo on and that squeezes the string. Your D string is supposed to be E, and that's what it's going to say, so perfect. Love it. Your G string is going to say A, we want G sharp, so down 1 note. Your B string is going to say C sharp, we want B, so down 2 notes. And your E string is going to say F sharp, we want E, so down 2 notes. Alright, like I said, I'll tidy it up when I turn the camera off, but roughly we've now got a big, beautiful open E chord. Alright, so the first chord is E. You could put no fingers on the guitar and just strum. That'd be a great way to do it. Glenn put his fingers on the 12th fret of the A and B strings. We've got Capo 2, so we're doing the 14th fret, and I'm going to call it the 14th fret, not the 12th fret, so we don't have to do math. A14, B14, 1 whole measure. The major 7th is achieved with the D string 13th fret. I'm going to use my middle finger, 2 beats. Lose the major 7th, and now we're doing the dominant 7th on the big E string 12th fret. And then 2 whole measures of the 6th on the 11th fret. Now I'm keeping my ring and pinky fingers intact there. If that's too much for your pinky finger, you don't have to hold that down. In fact, well, I'll show you how you don't have to hold anything down. Anyways. So, one more time. 14, 14, A, B. Plus D13, E12, 11. That's the verse the way he does it. But look at this. Since all the strings are an E chord, you don't have to hold any 14s down. You can just do open, then the D13, then the E12, then the 11. I mean, I know that's not quite right, but that's fun, and you can do it that way if you want. At the looking for a sign or searching for the sign lyric, the pre-chorus, it's going to be F sharp minor, which in this tuning is E4, right? 2 relative to the capo. Same fret of the D string, and 1 fret lower on the G string. 1 measure of F sharp minor. 2 frets higher for G sharp minor. 1 fret higher, right? A minor. Back to G sharp minor. Back to F sharp minor, and then it's gonna be B. The turnaround chord, B, is gonna be E9 and G9, or if you prefer, you could do E9, D9, G9. I'm not sure which one is right. It doesn't matter. They're both a B chord in this tuning. One more time, F sharp minor, pre-chorus. G sharp minor. A minor. Love that choice. G sharp minor, back to F sharp minor, and turn around on B. Which brings us to the chorus, which is E, E, C sharp minor, A. Now for the E chord, you can press down no strings, like we discussed, or you can press down all the strings in the 14th fret. I don't recommend that. Or you can press down any of the strings. I'm going to choose A and G. 2 E's. That was weird. C sharp minor is that same minor shape, but on the 11th fret. So E11, D11, G10. And down to A, which is the same as B. Your choice again, 2 or 3 strings on the 7th fret. Here we go. E. Sorry. You know, and strum your heart out. That's the chorus. And for the very end of the song, the something to say line, it's going to be B and A, back and forth. Baba. Whole bunch of times. One more time. Last time you just hit the B. This is what he did in front of the bushes. And then he does, it's the same as the opening chord, the A14 and the B14. Starting on 9, we're going to go 9 to 11. Back to 9. To 7. To 6. And you can leave it unresolved if you want, or if you want to resolve it. Or and those are all the pieces. So this is the part where I say go use your earballs and figure out which one goes where when. Or if you think you would benefit from cheat sheets and playthroughs, you're going to find all that on my Patreon page. I hope to see you there. If you made it to the end of this video, you are my people. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.